Hello, President Joe. Puffin here. Thank you for all you're doing. I have a humble suggestion for you. You want to know how to really cheese Trump off? The graceful transfer of power in democracy. Well, how you really cheese Trump off is you go ahead and arrest him for terrorism and treason and genocide. But you want to arrest Zuckerberg and Putin for that too. And really everybody. But even if you don't do your duty to the American people that way, and I think you will, I hope you will, but even if you don't do that, or even if when he's sitting in jail, what will really cheese him off is if you peacefully transfer power in 2024 to Bernie Sanders. Go ahead and let him know, hey, we're going to have Bernie's so popular, his ideas are so good, and I think Bernie would soften a little bit and compromise with you some. If you do this, that this way you'll be able to let the American people know, hey, we're planning on Bernie being president in 2024, satisfying all these people's calls, basically the people's desire to have Bernie as president, and I, Joe Biden, am going to gracefully hand power over to him. That will make Trump and Putin so mad that we show democracy is stronger than anything they can try to do. Just hand power over. Say, I mean, the people will vote Bernie in, but you just say, hey, I want to acknowledge that this is bigger than me. This isn't about tyranny or personal power. This is about democracy and restoring the peaceful transfer of power. If you've seen the Hamilton musical, then you've seen that great song by George Washington, or the actor who plays George Washington. You've seen the great song representing George Washington's character and person when he hands power, when he decides that that's what democracy is all about, and teaching the king, and it makes, to make King George so mad that power can be handed over instead of clung to tenaciously and tyrannically. So that's the point. You hand power over to Bernie in 2024, and you go ahead and let him know that now that this is the plan, that you're always planning. Now, I want to get credit for the idea. This is why I'm making this video right now. But President Joe, you've been awesome, and you'll continue to be awesome, but you don't need 2 terms to be awesome. We'll give them to you, but if you instead gracefully hand power off to Bernie and say, look, I know Bernie had a lot of support, and he's got a lot of great ideas and deserves a chance to do something. We're going to have Bernie run. Don't even bother with the primary, or have the primary, but don't run against him. Say, I'm running for Bernie. If anybody else wants to run against him, have at. But we're all going to support Bernie, let Bernie take over in 24, and let him know the plans to let AOC take over in 2028. That's really going to cheese Trump off and all the Trumpers, and it's really going to help our country ease into a more communal, more environmentalist, more socially just and equitable world for everyone, and just the world that America's supposed to be. So Joe, you're doing great already, President Joe, and you've got a chance to do even better, to do something revolutionary by letting everybody know that you want Bernie to be the next president. You want him to have his turn. You want his ideas to have the full force of the office, and the people's expression to take place in the White House, which we support you too, President Biden. We certainly are proud of what you're doing and want you to continue doing what you're doing. And we want more. We want more faster. As always, progressive people always want to get to this future we can all envision as soon as possible, because it saves lives and it helps people. Thank you so much for your time. We will have to nationalize Facebook probably, because it's been used completely as a tool for fascism by Putin to pick puppet presidents who spread genocide, and they make fake accounts spreading the genocide. You kind of caught them there, but you might as well go ahead and arrest him and seize all his property. If we nationalize Facebook, every country gets their own, and then we can have like a global oversight board. But the real idea here, I think, is not punishment for their crimes, although I think that is a good idea to prevent more people from doing it or prevent it from going further, but to set a better example, to shame Trump and the way he tried to cling to power by gracefully handing power off to Bernie and gracefully handing power off to AOC in 2028, or whoever the best person is, of course. But right now, we can envision these as being the best people to lead our country the way we need it to go. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for sharing. Again, I'm Puffin. If you haven't seen me before, nice to meet you, and see you soon. Thank you, President Joe. And thanks everybody for helping put President Joe in place to make this transition.